The Nigerian Defense Headquarters has warned the public against plots by terrorists to blackmail the military with the aim to halt ongoing airstrike operations. Recall that the troops had engaged terrorists through airstrike interdictions at their enclaves in Malam Tukur camp in Gusau local government area and other settlements in Zamfara state on 8th, 10th, 12th, 13th of April 2024. By air component of Operations Wild Punch. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, says terrorists are unhappy with the military and hence on the mission to halt future operations of airstrikes, claiming that innocent citizens lost their lives in the process.
Requisite of our ongoing counterinsurgency and counter-terrorism operations across the country is defeating the terrorists and dismantling their military capabilities, their administrative capabilities, and political capabilities. Accordingly, we are continually boxing in the terrorists and dismantling their resupply routes. We are working decisively to kill the terrorists, dismantle their networks, and create conditions whereby they cannot carry out acts of terror or harm citizens of this country. For these reasons, we continually hunt the leadership of the terrorist groups everywhere across the various theaters of operations. It is noteworthy to state that being a professional force, we carry out due diligence by way of intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance before conducting any airstrike. This process is painstaking and is aimed at distinguishing the terrorists from the rest before airstrikes are conducted. These airstrikes, and as has been observed, have resulted in the death of several of these terrorist leaders and their cohorts, hibernating in enclaves across the theaters of operation. It therefore should not be surprising that it is a great source of pain for the terrorists and their cohorts. It is for this reason that the terrorists have engaged in a media plot aimed at blackmailing the military in order to cause us to halt future strikes. The plots will depict pictures and videos of persons purported to have been casualties of military airstrikes. They will further claim that the innocent civilians have been killed as a result of our airstrikes. I put it to you that all this is geared towards denting the image of the military and causing our airstrikes to halt. It is therefore important for the media to be wary of the antics of these terrorist groups and their sympathizers. It must be understood that our operations have prevented these evil elements from accomplishing their strategic objectives. Troops will continue to apply intense military pressure on them to kill them or to cause them to surrender.
On the ongoing operations during the week, troops neutralized 192 terrorists, arrested 341 persons, and rescued 62 kidnapped persons. Troops also denied or theft over 820 billion naira in the South-South region.
Troops neutralized 192 terrorists and arrested 341 persons while rescuing 62 kidnapped hostages during the week under review. A total of 122 terrorist combatants surrendered with their families during the week under review. Troops also arrested 37 perpetrators of oil theft, and in the South-South, troops denied the oil theft of over 820 billion naira during the week. Furthermore, troops recovered 211 assorted weapons and 6,288 assorted ammunition during the week. The breakdown of the recovered weapons and ammunition as follows. We recovered 128 AK-47 rifles, 26 Den guns, among others, this week. We also recovered over 1,300 rounds of 7.62 millimeter NATO, over 3,200 rounds of 7.62 millimeter special ammunition, and over 1,325 live cartridges, among other items. In the Niger Delta area, troops discovered and destroyed 99 dugout pits, 36 storage tanks, and 192 cooking ovens. During the process, troops recovered over 340,000 liters of stolen crude oil, over 110,000 liters of illegally refined AGO, otherwise known as diesel, and over 7,500 liters of DPK, otherwise known as kerosene, and 13,000 liters of PMS, otherwise known as petrol.
Major General Buba, while speaking on the insecurity within the country's border, noted that troops would continue to eliminate threats posed by terrorists and their cohorts, adding that individuals or groups seen as threats to the nation's peace are considered working corps.